Well, hello. I wanted to come in here today, part two of finding her inner GPS. In part one, we explored how she rediscovered her inner guidance system, the quiet yet powerful GPS that's powered by her heart. Now, reconnecting to her inner GPS was not one big moment. It was built through small intentional choices every day. So let me share how she did this. Let's start with before she went to bed, where she used to uh, review emails the very right before she went to bed. Took her phone into her bedroom, scanned her emails, replied, text messages, and then would climb into bed. She replaced that, at least the last thing she did before she went to bed, with journaling and writing gratefuls throughout the day. Little things. Uh, the sunset on her way home from work, the delicious coffee she had in the morning, the sweet text she got from a very good friend that just simply said, I just wanted to let you know that I'm so grateful that you're in my life. The beautiful meal that her partner cooked for her that evening. And little by little, the more she did that every night, it started to create some space for her to hear herself again. Now let's go to the morning. What she did was, and she used to, once again, the first thing she would do is look at her phone, take her laptop out, push the button to the coffee maker, and immediately sat on the couch and started to once again go through emails, respond to emails, review documents, etc. She started to uh, for certainly push the coffee maker button on. That was very important. She enjoyed her coffee in the morning. But instead, she walked out on her deck. She watched the sunrise. She sipped her morning coffee outside. She listened to the birds. She would create some space for her to be quiet and prioritize herself. Another example, how she did this. Even simple things like, what is she going to eat? She would open up the fridge. And before, it would be very unconscious about what she would, the quickest thing that she could grab to eat or bring on the train. Uh, Unconsciously, just something that would satiate her in some way. Instead, she would look at the refrigerator or look at her cabinet and say, what does it feel like? What do I feel like having today? Sometimes some things would resonate, sometimes they wouldn't. But she would start to make choices based on what she was feeling for that day, that morning, right? Or, hey, today's a great day to buy myself lunch. She would do this as well when invited out to dinner. She used to feel obligated to say yes, particularly if it had to do with her partner's family. We always go to all the events. She started to say, I really don't feel like doing that. I want to cozy up on the couch. So you go enjoy. I'm going to stay home. And that she applied that also for any kind of decision she was making. Friends would invite her to go out. She didn't really feel like doing that sometimes, so she would just not give some excuse, just simply say, "I'm not feeling it tonight. I'll catch you next time." So here's some ways in which she would little by little get comfortable with prioritizing herself, listening to her heart, right? That's sort of another way that she did this is saying, well, let me check in with me first versus an unconscious saying yes. Or do I feel obligated? Does this feel like I have to. And she spoke with her partner about this and her family. And it was a change. It was a big change from what she was normally doing. And to her surprise, they started doing more of that. So I wanted to come in here to share a little bit more that it's not always these big moments, but it is these choices, literally every single day, the smallest of choices. Even if it's you love this particular kind of coffee that you get, ask yourself, am I still resonating with that? Is that the coffee that I really want, or I want something different? So that there wasn't so much autopilot going on. And that's how over time she started to really tune into her inner GPS. So hopefully this was helpful. Certainly come forward with any questions, and I'd love to hear in the comments how you all have found little moments or big moments tuning into your inner GPS. All right, until next time, bye.